Hello, Jean Bobish here, and today I want to share with you September's Bloom Box. Now you're going to say, what the heck is a Bloom Box? Well, this is a Bloom Box, and if you purchase it from Fun Stamper's Journey, it will be delivered right to your front door. So let's open this baby up and let me show you what's inside. First off, you get a full-size stamp set. This particular one contains 8 stamps, and this is exclusive to the Bloom Box. If you don't purchase the Bloom Box, this stamp set is not available to you. So that comes first. Then you get your little booklet here with a little message from Richard Gray. And inside you have some tips and techniques that are used in making the projects that come with it. There's a little blurb on some of the products and what's going on the month of September. And then each page has the complete instructions on how to complete 4 different cards. Now for September, let me zoom on in. These are the 4 cute little cards that you will get to make for September. Okay, and that uses the stamp set that I showed you. Now in the box also comes 4 envelopes with the papers and embellishments that are used to make each card. So let's start and make one together. Now it calls for, the only thing that doesn't come in here are the inks, and I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit here. We're a little cockeyed. Let's see if I can get us straight. There we go. That's bothering me. I have a little OCD. Are the inks and splashes and silks and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. If you have inks that'll match, use what you have. And maybe when you run out, you'll purchase some from Fun Stamper's Journey. So the first card we're going to make is this cute little hedgehog card. This is looking sharp. So I'm going to set my instructions where I can see them. And the first thing I'm going to do is take my piece of lemon drop cardstock. And as you can see, our cardstock is very, very nice. It's a heavy weight. It's 80 pounds. And it's very, very nice cardstock. I mean, you have to crease it with your creasing tool. I have a Fun Stamper's Journey one coming. It's not here yet. Okay, and then we have this piece that's already punched for us, but some of my little holes didn't come out. So I'm going to take my bloom tool, and this is a wonderful gadget from Fun Stamper's Journey, and if you're not aware of it, it is on sale till September 30th for 20% off. And I love this tool because it has both your pokey tool and your brush for cleaning out your dies, but it comes with 5 additional tips that you can interchange on your tool according to what you want to use. And these tips include a spatula, which is helpful for getting some of your paper out of your dies. There are 3 different sizes of stylus. There's a small, a medium, and a large. And I particularly love this one because you use the flat edge for braying down your double-sided tapes. And this makes a great little hook to pick those, peel the backing off Now, in order to change your tips, all you do is slide down this collar and they lift right out. And you pop them back in. I'm trying to find, there's a little ball here, and there's little holes or indentations on the stem of this piece. And you hold your collar down and you slide this in and make sure it's lined up with the ball, and the collar slips back up, and now your attachment is in there very tight and ready to be used. So like I said, if you don't have one of these and it's one of those must-have tools that you really want, now's the time to get it. Till September 30th, and then it goes back to regular price. So don't miss out on that sale. So I'm going to continue to poke out these little holes here so that they show on my card. Got a little flea bug in here. It's driving me crazy. I think I got rid of them. Okay. Isn't it fun to watch me poke out a bunch of holes? It would really bug me if they weren't poked out on my card. I tend to, like I said, I tend to be a little OCD-ish at times. So let's just get them all picked out. And there we go. Okay, now look how much nicer. You can see my yellow paper will show through there now that all my little dots are poked out. See? Much better. Okay. I'm going to stay in close so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to get rid of all these little dots now. Okay, so reading our instructions, it says to stamp the Lookin' Sharp sentiment onto the whipped cream strip. So here's our whipped cream strip, and let's get out the Lookin' Sharp stamp, and I'm going to place it on my block. Onto the stamp the Lookin' Sharp sentiment onto the whipped cream stamp. Okay, it doesn't tell me what color to use, but I'm telling you it is black licorice. So get it open, and I like to keep some scrap paper handy to stamp off with first. Make sure I get a nice clean. Look at that. Now that's the first time I've used that stamp ever. You just saw me take it out of the package. Look at how awesomely that cuts or prints. So I'm going to look at my picture again, and it looks like it's right smack in the middle. So let's stamp that. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Set that aside. Grab a baby wipe and wipe off my stamp. And these stamps clean up beautifully too. Look at that. Nice and clean. Okay. You know what, folks? I'm going to put on another light because it is very dark in here. It's raining out and it's dark and dreary. Okay. Punch a hole in the left side. So, Fun Stamper's Journey does make hole punches. I don't have one as of yet. So, I'm going to use what I have. And you can do the same thing. Then I'm going to take my scissors. These are the Fun Stampers Journey detail scissors, and they are absolutely fabulous. They are Teflon coated and self-sharpening. Excuse my dog, she does this every video. Okay, next we're going to take our little hedgehog, and it tells us to stamp the image 3 times on our piece of whipped cream using black licorice. So grab my black licorice again. Stamp this cute little fella 3 times. Like so. Okay, again I'm going to wipe off my stamp. Okay, now I don't have Fun Stampers Inks pencils, so what I'm going to do, I do have Prismacolor, so I'm going to grab some of my grays here, and we are going to color in our little hedgehogs. And I'm using 30% warm gray, 50% warm gray, 70% warm gray, 90% warm gray, and black. Now, I don't know if I will use all of those. I highly doubt it, but that's my colors that I pulled out. So we're going to start, and I'm going to draw a small little line here for their bellies, because I don't want to color in their bellies. Okay. And I'm going to, excuse the noise, sharpen my pencil. I'm sorry, there's so much glare. Okay. And I'm going to just lightly color in my little hedgies. Now you can use whatever you have. If you have markers or pencils or crayons, whatever you have, go for it. You know, we don't expect you to have every item you need to do these. It's fun to think outside the box and try and use what you have to get the look you want. So I have him all colored in with my base color, and his little feet, we don't want to forget those. And this paper is so nice to work on. Alright, I'm going to take my 50% warm gray, excuse me again, I'm going to sharpen it up, and I'm going to go and I'm going to flick from the little points towards the body. To bring in some of that darker color, just give him a little bit of dimension. And if you can see, that's kind of how they were colored on the card. But again, you can do yours however you want. There's no rules. Just go ahead and have fun with it. I mean, there's no stress. This should be fun and relaxing and enjoying and a learning experience. You know, you learn new techniques, you get to play with some new products, try out some new things, and that's the fun of it. Now I'm going to go to the third color, the 70, and I'm going to keep that closer to the very tips, just so we kind of have like a gradation from really dark to the light of his body. But I want his little tips to be dark. So I'm just kind of drawing little lines from the points in. And I'll bring you in so you can see. Whoops, wrong direction. There you go. I should have had you in there. I wasn't going to do this, but I'll do the other one again so you can see closer. I'm going back to my 30% warm gray, and I'm going to, just using light circular strokes, I'm going to color in his little body. I'm using very little pressure. If you press, if you're not familiar with coloring with colored pencils, if you press really hard, you will do what's called burnishing, and you end up with a coat of wax, and then you cannot blend your other colors into it. So you want to start really, really light. And I left some there for his little belly. Okay, next I'll take my medium color, which is the 50% warm gray, and I'm going to just flick that color from the points inward. Just easy peasy. Like I said, you can do this with anything. If you have 3 colors, a light, a medium, or a dark, or you could probably just even do the light and the medium and leave him like this, but I like to add a little bit more. I like to do things in 3s as far as coloring with lights, mediums, and darks. Okay. Now this one I'm pressing just a little bit harder than I did with the first color. And they don't all have to be exactly the same. Okay, and I noticed I forgot to do his little feet, so I'm going back with my light gray, and I'm going to color him some feet. Now I'm going to take the darker color, which is the 70% warm gray. There you have it. And I'm just going to do the very tips. And again, I'm just using a flicking like this with my pen, this little pencil. Don't want to keep those filled in. These are quick little things to color. It doesn't take long. But it's fun, and it adds something to your card when you have a hand-colored element on it. So there you go. There's 2 of them, and I'm going to go ahead and do the 3rd one. Okay, they look pretty cute. I think they look just as good as those do. Now, for their little faces and bellies, it kind of looks like they're a peachy color. So again, using my Prismacolors, I'm choosing light peach, deco peach, and peach. And that's 3 different shades. So I'm going to start with the lightest color, and I'm just going to give them their little bellies and do their little faces. They're so cute. so cute. Don't forget to do the little bellies. Okay, and then I'm going to take my medium color. Just going to kind of go around the outside and the bottom. I want to keep his face a little light. Where the light would be hitting it. And this color is not really showing up that much, so now we're going to go with our peach and do the same thing. Give him a little bit of color. Oops, I'm sorry. A little bit of color. A little under his belly. There we go. And they look pretty darn close to what's in the picture. Maybe I'll darken this up just a little bit. Okay. Cute, cute, cute. Super cute. So I put my pencils away. And then we need to cut these little guys out. So for that, I'm going to use my detail scissors. And these scissors are super duper sharp. And like I said, they resharpen. They have a Teflon-like coating, so your double-sided tapes and stuff will not stick to them. And they are available in the catalog, and I will put the link below to my website where you can view the catalog and see all the awesome goodness that we have to offer. Now, unfortunately, these are the only scissors in the set of essentials that are not part of the 20% off. I don't know why, but they're not. But you can certainly get some nice craft scissors. We have fringing scissors, and of course your bloom tool or anything else that you need, staples like glues and tapes and adhesives and all that fun necessary stuff. Now I'm having a heck of a time. I know a lot of people have said to Richard, we need some dies in these bloom boxes because I hate to fussy cut and I'm not very good at it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut the other two out, and I'm not going to torture you with watching me do it. So I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, here they are, my cute little hedgies, all colored, and I'm going to set them aside. Now the next thing, it tells me to create a water splash panel. So to do that, we're going to take a small amount of this Blue Lagoon Color Splash. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see what it's like. It comes in a spritzer bottle, and there's a little blue thingamajig. And I'm not going to spray it because it's going to go everywhere. So I'm just going to untwist it and put a few drops here on my block. I don't know how much. We're just going to wing it. And then it says to take our mister filled with water, and spray generous amounts of water. I want to make sure I have everything out of my way. I'm going to put this in the box. Don't want to get blue hedgehogs. Let's put them out of the way. Okay, because it's kind of messy here. And it said put lots and lots of water. Okay. Roll the combination around until you reach the right texture that you want on our panel. So let's take our finger and have some fun here. That's kind of pretty. Wipe it off on my baby wipe. And now, this is the piece of watercolor paper, and we're just going to place the watercolor panel on top of the block. Ah, this is nerve-wracking. Okay. Then I'm going to lift it off. Ooh, that's interesting. I think I want a little more over here. So let's pick up some of that color there. I'm going to let it roll around a little bit. There's really no right or wrong way to do this. This is the first time I'm trying this technique, so it's a learning experience. Let's see, I want some, there we go. I like that with a little bit of variation in colors. And then I'm going to just set this over here out of the way to dry. And I'm going to clean this up right now so I don't end up getting blue everywhere. Okay, let's put that aside. Okay, assembling the card. Here, the whipped cream here's panel on top of the lemon drop base. So, here's our card. I want to make sure I have it in the right orientation. And I'm going to use some adhesive and adhere it. I did get a drop of blue on here. How did that happen? That stuff's tricky. Okay, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be covered. So let's get this centered on here, like so. Alright, then we're going to take our Journey twine and we're going to fold it and wrap it around here to the pool. Okay, well, this isn't dry enough yet to do the next step, so we're just going to I'm going to hit it with a blow dryer and see if I can get it dry, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that that's dry, I'll add some adhesive and attach that to this piece of, let's see, what color is this paper? I'm not sure. Pool play. I'm going to do that onto the pool play. Now this might have been a little bit better if it wasn't quite so dark because there's not much of a contrast, but that's okay. We're still going to work with it. Now it says to take our twine and fold it in half, like so. And we're going to wrap it around this panel. Do it twice. And I want to make sure that I have enough on this end. because we want to tie it. Get enough on one side and then the other side's too short. So let's see. Start here. Let's see. That should be enough to tie. Maybe it does only go once around. Who would think this would be the hardest part about making this card, huh? It's just wrapping the twine. So, I still don't think, it must only go once around. It has to. Okay, so we'll go once, and then I'm going to tie a little square knot just to hold it in place. Like so. Okay. And then we're going to take our little looking sharp and we're going to pull it through one side of our twine, through the hole that we punched. Like so. Whoop. Goodness gracious. And we're going to tie our bow. Boy, I'm really fumble fingers tonight. Let's see here. Ta-da! Finally. Let's get our, whoops. Bow the way we want it. And I'm going to trim my threads. And let's see, around the pants. Then we're going to take some adhesive foam squares because we want to pop this up. We will pick the foam off the back. And I always like to continuously check the orientation of my card because I have been known more times than not to put things on upside down. So there we go. That is on there. Now we're going to take our little hedgehogs and we're going to pop them up. So I'm just going to put one little square on each one and line them up just above the twine. So they're going to go like that. And they are so adorable. Really, really cute little guys. I'm going to make sure I have room for all three of them here. So, take my last square. And put our last little guy right there. This one I think needs moved up just a hair. There we go. Isn't that cute? Too cute. Now we're just going to add our little rhinestones here in the corner. We have a small one. medium one, and a large one. We're just going to use them to add a little bling. And there we have it. And I think I'm going to pop up my little tag here too, so that it stays in place. I'm going to just place my foam underneath there, and that'll keep that in place. And there you have it, our cute little card. Now, in the book, they splattered it with something, but it doesn't say in the instructions, so I'm not exactly sure, but I think this one's still pretty darn cute. So I hope you like it. And join me next time when we'll work on the card number 2. Till then, thanks for watching.